Hey everybody, Stu Barnes here. I wanted to give you a midsummer update on the Raleigh Suburban area of North Carolina for residential real estate. Before giving you some statistics, wanted to just touch base on the dreaded multiple offer scenarios we've seen really during the COVID area. It's not so much these days. There are pockets in the area that do receive multiple offers still. Really, and when I say pockets, it's certain places in Cary, middle of Cary, that area, certain parts of Raleigh, and really it's just a lot of subdivisions, desirable subdivisions in all the small towns, and Holly Springs, Apex, Cary, Raleigh, Clayton, Garner. It's certain parts of those towns where they're very desirable. They can get multiple offers the first weekend, or at least an offer the first weekend, which we were seeing during COVID. It really didn't matter where the house was, what shape it was in. Inventory was so low that anything that came on the market, they were getting multiple offers. So one thing we're seeing with that accompanies that is smaller due diligence fees, because that was one of the issues with people buying homes, first-time buyers, is, to get in a home, again, going back to 2020 to about 2023, first-time buyers, some people were paying cash. The first-time buyers don't have 10, 20% to put down. Also, they didn't have 10, 20, 30, $40,000 due diligence to put down on the home. So it's getting back to normal. We're seeing smaller due diligence fees. We're also seeing more reasonable earnest money. So what was happening going back was you'd see these huge due diligence fees with no earnest money. And I could elaborate on that, but I've done other videos on the difference between due diligence fees and earnest money. But basically what we're seeing is the due diligence fee is getting back down to a reasonable amount. And earnest money was, typically it could be like 1% of the purchase price. It can just depend on the offer, how many days the house has been on the market, of how aggressive a buyer might want to be is putting due diligence and earnest money down. If there's multiple offers, you'll see those numbers go up, but we're starting to see more reasonable amounts for due diligence and earnest money. And we're also seeing accompanied with that is more reasonable days on the market. And when I mean that, I mean when a house comes on the market, a lot of times you don't have to rush out and make a crazy offer on it. You have a little bit more time now, and that does depend on the area. It does depend on the price point, but it's getting back into a little bit better flow, transition flow, and as far as buyers going out trying to find something instead of settling on just something that was out there. So we're seeing houses stay on the market longer, not necessarily good for some sellers, but still, I can go back 10, 15 years ago with a house that didn't sell in 30 days. It wasn't that big of a deal. Sometimes it could take 6 months. And now we're seeing houses stay on the market a few weeks, a few months, and we're seeing reductions too. Not all houses. Some houses are still getting over list price, but some are having reductions. So I'll give us some statistics for year to date here. The median sales price, and this is Raleigh and the surrounding area, and that includes Johnston, Harnett County and surrounding counties surrounding Wake County. But the median sales price is $410. There were year to date today, there's 17,290 closed sales. The median days on the market is 16. Going back, it was like 1. So it's a couple weeks to sell a house, even if it's in desirable area, but that is an average. 99.6% of list price. So that's a little skewed, because even if a house was listed at let's say 500,000 and then it was reduced to 490, if they got 490 for the house, the MLS statistics is going to be 100%. So that doesn't take into account any reductions. The median sold price per square foot is $212, and the number of new listings in the whole area is 23,859. So really the biggest thing to remember is, or most interesting, is the average median sales price of $410,000, and then the list price 99.6%. Sellers are getting pretty much 100% of list price. But again, that doesn't really account for being reduced. So in a nutshell, things are a lot better now than they have been, especially for buyers. Sellers that are selling now, they're still reaping the rewards of all the equity they gained in the past 4 years or so. So again, it's just getting better. We're hopefully going to have a rate reduction here soon. But yeah, I mean, I was doing videos before where it was just like, it's just crazy out there. It's, if you want something, you got to give them everything you got. But it's getting better. Things are more reasonable. If you have any questions, visit me or give me a call. Thank you.